KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
Okay, before we get to Am I Normal? Can I talk? I just want to give a shout out to my brother Kevin. I'm really proud of him. He does such a great job. He's a fantastic teacher. He's an ag teacher, and right now he's got his kids with him, and they're going to District Greenhand Camp. They're all part of the FFA.
Nice.
What high school?
College Park.
Woohoo!
So Greenland Camp is a chance for freshmen to actually learn how to become student leaders. So they're all listening right now. Good luck,
awesome.
guys. Have
Good
fun.
luck,
Good luck, guys.
FFA is very important.
Does that mean you're going to show animals?
No, for this sounds like a leadership.
It's a leadership type
okay.
thing, yeah.
And it was like a...
But FFA is awesome because you're taking care of these animals from the beginning.
You learn a
all the way
lot.
to-
Yeah, you learn a lot.
The rodeo people making these kids.
He's making a difference
scholarships.
in this life, and here I am just jackass talking on the radio.
Going to cemeteries.
It's a clown in a box.
Idiot.
All right, so here's the question. Is this a normal thing to do when you go on
Because
vacation?
we're going to open up I think we should just focus on Ryan's.
Can I just...
Instead of opening up the phone lines?
Yeah, let's focus on that. You guys can judge.
Okay.
Best.
All right, so
Ahmad, Kevin, you can judge here. I know Kevin would love to
you guys
judge.
tell me if I'm a weirdo or not, but I already know.
About this one thing.
About this one thing, okay? So it's my daughter's birthday. My daughter's everything in the world to me, and I've never missed a birthday yet. She's an actress out in L.A., out in Hollywood. Not really working much because of the actor strike. So she's doing every kind of odd job you can think of. She's in one of these Halloween soirees right now.
She did that here.
Yeah,
in
did
Houston.
that here in Houston.
Where you
And
play a character at a party.
So, yeah.
You stay in character.
I went to that, but I had a little bit of downtime in between in my hotel, and I did have to get a hotel room because she's like renting a room. So I couldn't just stay in her room.
Okay.
So my hotel was right next to Forest Lawn Cemetery. This is a very famous cemetery.
But
It's
you picked
beautiful.
that hotel to be next to Forest Lawn Cemetery.
No, I picked
It
the
wasn't-
hotel to be next to where her performance is. Her performance was in Glendale.
Okay.
So I was like...
And what's Forest Lawn Cemetery, for those that don't know?
Yeah, what is that?
It's this beautiful, sprawling cemetery, but it's like where everybody from Michael Jackson to Paul Walker to you name it, all the celebrities are buried there. I thought, hey, let's go sightsee. Now, Roula, you and I...
Sites.
We have some differences, but we were both crushed when John Ritter died.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
20 years
Oh, my
ago.
God.
Check.
So I was like, I want to go see John Ritter's grave. So we went and saw John Ritter. And while we're there, you could see Carrie Fisher and her mom were buried there. We went and saw all these different graves, and I thought, this is really interesting. I think she's humoring me, and she's like, wow, Dad's really making me do some weird stuff here.
And you've talked about this before. When you lived out there, you
We'll go to the cemetery.
talked about going to the cemetery before. So
This
this
is-
is like this isn't your first time doing this.
Well, there's a different cemetery with different celebrities.
It's celebrity sightseeing.
Well, of course, once you've seen the tombstone, it's not going to change.
But what did the texter say? What did the texter say?
Oh yeah, what they go? It's really not.
I think some of them said it's not that weird. It's a little
weird.
morbid.
The only weird part is you're taking photos and smiling by the tombstone.
I was not smiling.
You have photos
Go
on your
at
Instagram where
Radio-
you're smiling
go to-
next to the grave.
Go to @Radio Ryan Chase. You can see the pictures. Now, here's what you might find.
That's a little weird.
This is where you might find it
I would
really,
not like
really
people
weird.
like my dad was a celebrity, and they all of a sudden I see people.
Oh,
on
I was
social
showing
media.
respect. I wasn't like giggling. I was
You
like, it
did
was
the
very
devil. You did the
Oh, for Dio.
for Dio. You did the devil.
That was
thing.
his sign. It's literally on the side of his grave is that symbol. So I just did
And no one
this.
knows who Dio is.
So-
but they-
Yeah, he's a
I have
heavy
no
metal
idea
guy.
who that
heavy
is.
metal guy.
You probably wear one of his T-shirts, Ahmad, and you never know who it is.
I don't know who he is.
If you go to see the gravesite of a celebrity, okay, that's one thing. Like, I'm sure millions of people have visited Diana's grave in England. Millions of people have probably done that. It's the taking of the pictures. Maybe that.
Okay, this is where I'm going to
be
throw
in
you
the
a even
little
bigger
weird ways.
curveball that you might think I'm really weird. The plot next to John Ritter is open.
You
and
bought it.
I think I'm going to buy it.
Did you ask him if you could get it?
It's gotta be expensive.
Yeah.
That's
It's
probably like $100,000.
No, it's like $15,000.
And
That's all?
why do you want to be
I thought they were
buried
usually-
next to Jack Tripper?
That'd be kind of fun. You know,
your
he made me
family
laugh. He made me
here-
laugh during
Can you
life.
imagine? How would you feel if you had a listener wanted to buy next to your tombstone? You're dead
I don't
already.
care. I'm dead. It doesn't matter to me.
What if it was that crazy lady that tried to attack you that one time?
Yeah.
What if she
Wait,
bought
which
you?
time?
Yeah,
Oh, back in the 90s, I had to
Is
get
he
a
on both
restraint.
sides?
I had to get a restraining order in the 90s. This woman
Yeah.
tried to kill me.
How'd you
Yeah.
like that?
What if she got plot?
Hey, I'm not going to be around to know.
But your family, well, they'll look
So
at
you
that.
actually went to the office and asked if that plot next to John Ritter was
Yeah,
available.
there's 2 plots open.
Interesting.
I thought, that could
Very
be
interesting that
interesting.
his family doesn't own that.
All right, 5 calls says it all because.
Am I a
people think-
weirdo? Am I? Is that? Because I mean, these people brought me such joy. I was just the kind of person. I grew up in front of the television, like you, Rolla, and we didn't have cable. We didn't have anything, so I'd watch all these old timey movies and all these reruns of things.
Did you take flowers and pay your respects, or
Yeah.
you just gawked and took pictures?
I just gawked and
We're
took pictures.
talking about Ryan a lot. What is his daughter going to say? Like, she's hanging with friends. Like, oh, what'd you do for your birthday? Oh, my dad.
We did a lot of stuff for her.
That's
No, we did a lot of stuff for her. I was a good
Funeral tour.
dad. I got her a lot of
I
nice
saw
things.
some old man named Jack Tripper, John
Yeah.
Ritter guy. I don't know who the hell that is.
She knew who Carrie Fisher was. She loved Star Wars.
Of course.
She liked seeing that.
That'd be a good
And
one.
it was actually, we were there on
Now
her.
here's the- did you have a-
we looked at the date on Carrie Fisher's tomb, and it was the exact day we were there. We were there on her birthday.
Did you have a map?
I
the
used
stars?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah,
So
just how to
YouTube
find
has
them.
I don't think
different
it's-
videos.
Weird.
I think it's fine to go see it. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's weird to
Something I wouldn't
take
do, but-
pictures. Although I did take a picture
Don't
when
blame
I
you.
went to Paris. It was 2 years after Diana's death that I went to Paris, and there were tons of flowers at the top of the tunnel where she died. And I remember taking a picture of that to show my
Wait, you
sister.
took an actual
that's
picture at the
cool.
death site?
Of just the entrance to the tunnel that was covered in flowers. I
Oh.
took that picture so I could show my
Look
sisters.
at Dallas. They make a whole.
They have an X
Oh, yeah.
where JFK got
On
assassinated.
the ground, right there in
Museum?
Dealey Plaza. Yeah.
So they make money
I've been
off
on that
of-
6th floor museum.
At least you're going where they went peacefully. It's a peaceful place.
I did. I just
You
wanted
didn't
to
go to
pay
where
my
they-
respects, and I.
Have you ever driven by OJ's place? Where
No.
the murders
Well, they tore
happened?
that down. The
Oh,
Brentwood,
really?
the Brentwood
Brown
place, they tore that building down. And
Did
they,
you try and drive by it?
yeah, when I lived there, it was still
How
pretty
about the
fresh.
Night Stalker?
Nice stuff.
No, the
That's
Richard
Big in the
Ramirez?
80s, Richard Ramirez.
Oh, yeah.
that's a real criminal.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
no, you didn't know
There's
about that one?
Oh, I don't know about
There's a
Night
big
Stalker.
Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. Now, when Dahmer,
I gotta watch it.
when they caught Dahmer, they actually
He's
did
from
the right
Texas.
thing. They tore that building down. Thank God.
I remember that in the Dahmer series on Netflix, they showed that guy that bought all of Dahmer's things so
Wait, real
nobody
quick.
could
Call us right
make
now
money off him.
5 calls says it all.
Yeah.
Am I a
Is
weirdo?
Ryan a weirdo?
for this situation.
For this.
Yeah.
713-390-KRBE. I'll
everything
go
else.
Give out the
straight to
number
the
again.
phones. 713-390-5723 while they're calling. Texters say, waste of money to spend $15K for a hole in the ground. I totally get visiting graves as another person, even taking pictures, but buying the plot next to someone, like, that's a bit weird. One of his family
I
members should
didn't
have that one.
do it.
Let's see.
Hey, if they wanted it, they could have bought it.
Let's see. Let's see.
And John Ritter's tombstone was just
They're all like that. They're not. They don't have raised graves, so you can see all the
That way they can
sprawling
mow right
land.
over- they can
yeah,
mow
they can
right
just
over
mow
it.
right
Oh,
over
and actually,
everything.
here's something I didn't know. Nobody can actually visit Princess Diana's grave. She's buried on that
island,
little
right?
island, but I thought that you could still drive to that island. You cannot.
Well, that was just like Michael
that property?
Jackson's, because Michael Jackson was there, and you can see where it's chained off. You can't get to that little alcove where he's buried.
I noticed
Okay.
which tombstone did you have? They had somebody had pennies on it or something.
They all did. A lot of them did. I don't know why. They
What
have
does that
pennies
mean?
and stones.
Somebody text me the meaning of putting pennies on a gravestone.
I don't
Somebody
get
ever
that.
know
I
the
didn't
thing?
understand that.
37530.
Ryan's like, I made 75 cents.
No, I did not steal money from a grave. Oh my God, that is awful. No, but Paul Walker's
Grave robber.
family was there. I mean, we wanted to take a picture over there, but his family was gathered around the grave, and we didn't like. No,
They're all lined up. Roula.
Here we go. Hi, you're the first caller. 5 call says it all. Is it weird to visit graves on your vacation and take pictures? Hi, what's your name?
Okay, am I?
That's you.
Am I on here?
You're on. You're on.
Okay, heck yes, that is too far.
Okay.
You're going too far.
What part was too
your
far?
family has to your family has to go too far just to get you there. That's too far.
Okay. So that's one for yes, that's weird. Okay,
Okay.
thank you very much for calling. We're going to the next caller. Hi, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. If you hear my voice in your phone, that's you. What's your name?
My name's Amy.
Hi, Amy. Yes or no, that's weird to visit graves and take pictures on your vacation?
I don't think it's weird at all. When I went to Paris, we went and saw Jim Morrison's grave.
Yeah, I did that.
Ryan
No.
did that too.
Yeah, Père
And
Lachaise.
that,
Ryan did that too. He does the grave tours.
It was
So
fascinating. It's
then,
a beautiful
then for
place.
you, I mean, is it weird to always go find celebrity graves wherever you
Yeah.
vacation? You went to Hitler's grave?
No, I did not. That's a monster.
Went down to Argentina to
but
see.
I have to say that some of the smiles, and I know Ryan, you said you didn't, but I saw the pictures, and they were kind of a little weird. I had an ex-husband who went to like a Holocaust site and took pictures
Oof.
smiling.
Oh,
And it was
no, I wouldn't do that. No.
That's awkward.
You don't want to smile.
So really, so should I
That's
put you in the-
hollowed ground?
All right.
You're
so,
kind of a yes and kind of a no there
one-
because the pictures you're saying the
Yeah, you said the
photos.
pictures are weird. So what's your final
not
answer? Yes or
smiling.
no? Is it weird?
It is not weird.
It's not
Okay,
weird.
okay.
Even though
Okay,
he's
thanks,
smiling
weird.
Amy.
photos.
All right, next one. Hi, if you hear my voice in your phone, that's you. That's live on the Roula and Ryan Show. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, good morning. This is Les.
Les?
Hey, Les.
Hi.
Laz.
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 Nice to meet you.
Hey.
Okay, so yes or no, is it weird to go on vacation and seek out celebrity graves and take pictures?
Well, if you're going strictly for that purpose,
No,
that's
it
a
wasn't.
little weird. But if you happen to be in an area and you're there, I think that's pretty cool. And I actually have maybe a story to share in regards to that. My wife and I, we vacationed in Massachusetts one time.
Yeah.
And we don't really have like all these planned out things. We just kind of run into stuff.
Yeah.
We happen to run into really cool things. One of them was actually Sleepy Hollow, the cemetery.
Famous. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I didn't even know that's in
Well-
Massachusetts.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like, it was like a fall season, right? So it was cold and it's windy and leaves are falling. And we decided to go in there because it's Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, it'd be good
And
for
that is
Halloween.
actually if you go to cemeteries, not that I do that, but that was a really interesting cemetery, just the way it's laid out. There's all kinds of American authors that are there. And we actually stopped by and like just try to find some of them. And it was a really neat experience.
See the
It's something
Headless
like
Horseman's
Yeah, look for
grave.
that.
Ichabod Crane.
They should do that. Have the guy just walk
It is
around.
fiction, you know
So
that,
he says
right?
no. Okay, 2 no's,
Okay.
1
I'll tell
yes.
Oh, Eric says that you're done with your
I
story
gotta
now.
move on,
Loz.
man. We got.
Mom wants us to go to another line.
Hold on, Loz, thank you. Hold on. We have 3. You're number 4. If you hear my voice in your phone, you're live on the Roula and Ryan Show. Welcome to the show. Is it weird to visit celebrity cemeteries and take pictures with the graves
On your
on
vacation.
vacation? Hi, what's your name?
Hi, it's Cindy. How are you?
Hey, Cindy.
Good.
Yay or nay? Weird or not weird?
Not weird at all. Ryan, you just keep being you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Does that
And it's
mean-
not
That's
like I
3
planned.
yeses.
It's not like I
weird?
planned.
I mean, 3 no's. I'm sorry.
Like my whole vacation around that. We went there for my daughter's birthday, and we had 2 hours to kill, and it was right there next to the hotel.
To kill.
Oh,
Bad choice of words.
I mean, people do go to Memphis, to Graceland.
Somebody says
Don't
it's
they want to
weird.
see Elvis's grave there?
John Ritter's their cousin, and hearing you want to be next to them makes them feel weird.
I want to know who you are, and you've lived here for how long?
But I love that man.
John
he was
Ritter
he was
was
so
awesome.
funny and he's just so amazing.
So basically, you got 3, and it
So
wouldn't
that's
matter.
the majority rules. Doesn't
All
matter.
right,
what's the
Ryan,
cause.
you're not a
So it's
weirdo.
not weird.
On this one subject.
On this one subject.
Everything else, yes.
I don't know why you have to take photos.
And do duck lips.
Yeah.
Who's that doing duck lips? Oh my God.
People are saying
That is
the penny
duck
on the grave means you visited as a quote token of respect.
Oh, okay.
Did you do that at least?
Did you leave the pennies?
I don't. Who carries cash?
Oh, wow.
I don't care
You could have
coins.
Apple
They
Paid
don't
them.
have like a little thing at the
Yeah,
front,
like
like,
when you
like
go
an
to-
arcade to buy
Like
some
I got a little
coins.
change collector on my
Smash it?
waist.
Yeah, you smash. Maybe you put the quarter in, and it comes with a penny for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
The penny stretches it out.
No,
right.
didn't do that.
Glenwood
Some of the rock
Cemetery.
stars, I noticed they had guitar picks on their graves.
Yeah.
Well, people probably leave that. Yeah.
$15,000. That's.
I didn't say I'm going to do
that
it. I
seems
just said I
affordable.
looked into it. That's all.
Somebody said Ryan is not only smiling in every single picture, but he is literally posing with them.
That's what I understand. You're
Yeah.
Like you're
saying
posing
you're telling
for
people
them.
you're not
So
doing
weird.
this, but we have proof. We can see the photos. That's what I don't understand how you
Instagram.
could lie to all of us, which makes me wonder what other
Lying.
things that you say.
Hang on, let me look at the picture.
On the show.
That is so
I didn't do that.
funny.
You have a photo of you doing duck lips and doing the devil sign.
That's not. That is not a smile.
We have
Look.
proof.
Literally.
Okay, well,
Because you don't show your teeth when you smile. That's you smiling.
How is that a smile?
Oh, my gosh.
Next to
The
Carrie
one with
Fisher.
the
That is
Howard
100% a
Carrie
smile.
Fisher?
That's a smile.
Ryan, we take pictures with people in
That's
the
what
Roula
you
and Ryan
do.
Show studio, and you won't smile that much.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Like you
gosh.
usually do like a smoldery face.
More.
He has his
but
arm
this
around
is,
the grave.
This
No,
is more of a
the Carrie
smile with the
Fisher
grave.
One, you are posing down.
Oh my God, arm around it.
I
I'm trying
guarantee
to
Funny.
fit in the frame.
when William Shatner
Yeah, yeah,
dies, he's
yeah.
going to find it. He's going to do that Star Trek thing. That Spock.
Oh, live
I
long and
love
prosper.
Yep.
Oh,
the
didn't
hand?
the
Yeah,
guy,
he'll do
didn't the Miss Dr. Spock
Mr.
pass
Spock.
away?
Yeah, did you find
Mr.
him?
Spock? Did you go find his
he's
grave
not in
and do
there.
your
I think
your
he's in a
thing?
Jewish cemetery.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
the next trip.
Oh, you don't go to those ones?
Is
No,
that-
I have been.
Oh, well, that's
That's
fair.
off the 405. I'd say. I had to
You
get
mean
my
it's
car-
just in another
Getting awkward.
cemetery?
Had to get
that
my
you
car
were not
fixed one
visiting.
time and I walked
Anyway,
over.
moving on. Okay, look at me now. Did somebody tell you that you can't, you won't, you shouldn't, you'll never, but you did anyway, and it's awesome, and it's a really inspirational tale? Well, you can share it with us. It's 713-390-KRBE. That's 5723 on your phone. Let's hear your story for Look at Me Now and put us in a good mood this Monday morning. Post Astros loss.
Yeah, I need some positive.
We need some positivity,
I know. Put
please.
some positive energy out there for everybody. Next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Maybe you had a health issue and they said, oh, you're not going to live very long, or you did. Maybe somebody tried to put you down and said, you'll never amount to anything. You did.
You're not smart enough.
I just want to hear some
positivity, especially after last night.
I'm so mad. And you don't want to see me tomorrow if they lose, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Come on, Strohs, win in your house. Do not let Garcia get the best of you in your house.
I think
win Game 7, and then who cares what happens in the World Series?
They can't lose this many times at home, right?
We got to win something at home eventually, don't we?
It's going to happen.
Do people need to start putting different banners up to make them think it's somewhere else? I don't know.
Yeah, make it look like the Ranger Stadium.
Yeah.
That's what they did. I told back in the day they put the Alamo Dome for the Spurs because nobody could win at home, and they made Compaq Center look like the Alamo Dome.
It's so weird. I don't remember that at all.
My wife was telling me we should be doing that here.
Well, let's see what happens tonight. Let's go Stros. Let's go Stros. Game 7. Guys. That's it. Okay, 713-390-KRBE is our phone number for Look at Me Now. We're getting your phone calls where somebody just basically wanted to push you down and tell you suck.
You suck.
You're just never going to be good.
Do I still have that?
You suck.
Wait.
You suck.
You still have that drop?
I think
Melissa,
I do.
Hold on. I don't know where you're... Let me give him...
Wait.
There's another one. That's it.
You suck.
Okay. But that's just us being silly. But
not
for
you,
real,
Melissa.
what was the situation in our callers' words? Let's see. Melissa's up first. Hi, Melissa. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Hey,
so
good
what
morning.
unbelievable feat did you achieve? Because, it wasn't in your favor.
So, I think it was kind of like a rough start from the beginning. Both of my parents, when they were together and I was conceived and everything, they were both on drugs. And so at the hospital, it was 50-50, like whether or not I was going to be born addicted to drugs.
Wow.
I wasn't. And I have two siblings, and both of them actually have disabilities, like cognitive disabilities, and my mom was clean with them, and she was not with, and I just nothing. And so I was raised by my grandmother, and later on, my parents. Well, my mom did overcome her addiction, but my dad, he passed away of an overdose when I was a teenager, and it just was like the odds were stacked against me. But I just remember in high school, as young as I was and as stressed out as I was like, I want to be different. Like, I want to be different. I don't want to have a kid at 16. I want to get married at some point. I want to have kids when I'm married. Like, no one in my family gets married and has kids. So I was like, I want to do that. But I just, I kind of feel like I made it up in my mind as a kid. And then for me, also, everything is God related. And so I just have been able to, I went to college and married, kids, 6 figures. Like, I'm a very
You
blessed
wanted
person.
to break
I'm a
the
very,
cycle.
very blessed
Oh,
person.
Melissa.
Awesome.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Hey. What kind of relationship
thank
do you
you,
have
thank
with your mom, Melissa? You said your dad passed away, but are you close with your mom now? Does she realize now that she's clean? I'm so sorry. That's how it started for you.
It got better. She carried a lot of guilt. She always thought that I resented her for her not raising me, but I just keep telling her, like, I'm so thankful that you knew you weren't in a position to keep me safe, and I'm thankful. I'm so, so thankful, and I think that was hard for her to understand, that I don't hold anything against her. And so, yeah, I feel like we're as close as we can be. I don't have any negative feelings about that. I'm grateful that I wasn't raised with her and saw the horrors of that lifestyle, and I'm just so proud of her that she got her life clean. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just so proud of her. So it's more of her guilt, but I'm just like, hey, we're all doing our best. I feel like when you get older, you're supposed to grow and have some empathy for your parents. Like, they're just doing their best. I'm just doing my best. Like,
Yeah.
it just is
And
what
thank
it is.
God your grandmother was available
Yeah.
to be able to raise
Stepped
you.
up.
And there
Thanks
was
so much for sharing.
someone there. Yeah, Melissa, thank you so much. That's Look at Me Now,
I'm glad you're prospering.
713-390-KRBE.
You can choose that path. Which way are you going to go?
I know.
Yeah.
It's easy to say that
Sometimes I
path.
feel like there's not a
Like,
choice.
That's going to be my life.
Well, sometimes it is genetics too.
Yeah.
And it's like you really have to work, so hard at that. But she broke that pattern, that cycle.
There's nothing like an example of what not to do.
That's true. Brittany's up next. 713-390-KRBE. It's Look at Me Now. Hi, Brittany. Good morning.
Hello.
Hey, Brittany.
What's your story?
Okay, so I was in a domestic violence marriage for 10 years and left with nothing, like completely nothing. And took my 2 kids, had to fight for my daughter back. But he basically, I didn't have a job or anything when I left, and I depended on him. And now I have a job and I take care of my 2 kids, and he doesn't help me whatsoever.
Wow.
Did he try to fight you for custody of the kids when you left from his anger of you getting out?
He did. So I had to get a protective order and everything and fight him in court. And, the judge saw right through me, thank goodness. But
for him, was it all about power and control? Is that what he was trying to do? Wasn't
that usually what the menu?
Well, obviously he's abusing you, but then he sees you try to break out on your own, and he's not reacting well to that. I mean, is that a fair statement?
It is. So I worked throughout our marriage, but he always convinced me to stop working because, he wanted the control of the money.
He wanted you to be dependent.
Yes, exactly. So, I was scared, and he kept telling me, you're not going to make it. There's no way you're going to be a single mom, when I left him. But I do it, and I provide everything for them. So,
how many years now have you been out of that, Brittany?
A year.
A year.
Wow.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, stay strong. Stay strong on that, because that's really tough. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I hope you inspired somebody today, because, there are a lot of people living in that situation.
There's somebody right now listening to this and go, she got out. I can do it too.
Yeah, you can do it too. Just one more quick question to Brittany. Hold on. Brittany, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
When you left him and you said you had to run with both your kids and you had no job, no money, did you go to a shelter? Did you go to family? Where did you go? Because that's the biggest fear, to leave an abuser. Where are you going to go?
I actually have, my parents were really supportive in helping me get out of it.
Okay.
I'm not in the best situation with them, but it was somewhere to go, and I was lucky enough to have somebody that I could go to.
Yeah.
But the women's shelter really does help 100%. I'm in the wait list now for transitional housing to help. They help you, you pay a small amount and things like that, and they help you get a job and all of that stuff.
Okay, great.
Fantastic.
Yes, the Houston Area Women's Center. It's hawk.org, HAWC.org. If you find yourself in that same situation, Brittany found herself in. Thank you so much, Brittany, for sharing your story. Corey is up next at 713-390-KRBE. Hi, Corey. Oh, sorry, I have to turn it on.
Hi. Hey, good morning, Corey.
I didn't turn it on. Hi, Corey. Good morning. Welcome to Look at Me Now.
Hi, good morning. Actually, I've been on the radio with y'all before. I called y'all last week, or I think it was Friday the 13th, and we talked. I'm in the military.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Look at you getting through on the Roula and Ryan show 2 times.
All right, share with us your story. What is your Look at Me Now story?
So 17 years ago, I was just working 9-to-5 job, no college, just graduated barely out of high school, and didn't have a real future, didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And my best friend convinced me to join the military, and it was probably one of the best decisions because he was my only supporter, but my mom was 100% against it and thought that I didn't belong in the military and all this other jazz. And I'm 3 years away from a 20-year retirement.
Wow.
All right.
Whoa.
Wow.
Man.
So wait a second. Corey, you are kind of like that commercial that airs right now about getting recruited for the military. Have y'all seen those commercials?
Yeah.
Where the mom is in the field with the soldier.
Yeah. Why do you want to do this?
And the soldier is fighting, and the mom is like, why are you doing this? Why do you want to stay here? This is not for you. It's not safe. He's like, no, Mom, because have y'all seen these commercials? The military commercials.
They've been doing it for years. They do it.
Yeah.
They're in the woods or something.
Yes,
he's down there
and he's like
crouching down. And
he's like a sniper.
Yeah.
And his mom is there in the bathrobe. And she's like, why do you want to do this for yourself?
The other mom was a
and then
hacker.
they fast forward
She's a
to they're
hacker.
in the actual kitchen, and he's young, and he's like, I want to join the military.
Okay.
And then it kind of like, look at you now. Look at you now.
How's your mom feel now? Your mom's going to be pretty happy?
Oh, my mom's on my side. After I came back from my first deployment overseas, my first year in the Navy, she kind of had a change of heart because I would stay. But I came from nothing. I'm the youngest of 3, and all I ever did at the age of 16 was I wanted to be on my own. I wanted to work, be an independent individual. And the military was never an option growing up. And then all of a sudden, I picked the right card and was dealt the right hand.
And see, you wanted to be alone, and now you're part of a much bigger group, part of a team.
Family.
Yeah, I would say so. Family is more understanding now. I would say that they appreciate the fact of what I've done now.
Where do you stationed at right now? Then got 3 years left.
I'm a reservist over at Ellington Field here in Houston.
You're at Ellington. So when the 3 years up, are you going to retire or are you going to stay in the military?
I don't know. I'm actually going to school for massage therapy right now, so I don't know. I'm going to do my own practice, be like a physical therapist somewhere. I don't know.
You can make the chair look like a cockpit and have them sit
Right.
in it. Oh my God. Massage it there.
Oh my God. Top
People
Gun.
love Top Gun.
Hey, come and just sit in the Maverick
The
room.
massage chair?
The whole thing is you're there to
Come sit in
relax.
the
You don't want to
Maverick
feel
room.
stressed
Well,
when
you
you're getting
You
massage.
don't put the game there. You just put the thing there. That's his angle.
We're in the Maverick room.
I'm the military masseuse.
The military masseuse.
So you gotta have an angle.
Corey, thanks for
How
calling
do you
the
check out
show.
Massage Envy and all these other great places?
You got to
gotta
come up with a catchy name. Sergeant Hands.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
like
it.
that.
713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on the phone. That is the listener line phone number if you guys want to continue with Look at Me Now and share your stories there. Coming up next, there are a lot of musicians who've made millions of dollars after they initially were famous. They had like a second coming. They have an act two, right? There are a lot of them I can name, but many of them never even had a number one Billboard hit. And it will surprise you how many megastars have never had a number one hit. Start thinking one right now. Let's see if you're right next.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Please welcome Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
104.1 KRBE.
It is brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. I want to remind you guys that starting today, this morning at 7 o'clock was our first winner. You could be the next one at 10 o'clock. You could be the next one at 2 o'clock. You could be a winner at 5 o'clock for the Houston Ballet Nutcracker Market.
Yeah.
It's happening at NRG Center November the 9th through the 12th. If you are the correct texter when you hear the keyword at 10 a.m., you're going to score 4 general admission tickets to the Houston Ballet Nutcracker Market, which is the most amazing holiday shopping market there is. It's for all things hosting, all gift hosting thing. I mean, it's just so great. Christmas, any holiday you celebrate, you're going to find something at the Nutcracker Market for you. And then you qualify for the chance for the VIP Nutcracker prize pack. It is 4 tickets to the preview party that happens on that Wednesday before the market even opens. It is a private party with free food, free booze, valet parking, and like 10% of the crowd shopping. So you have lots of space, and it's so amazing. And then we even give you $1,000 shopping spree.
Why did you leave with that?
Yeah.
Nice.
How would you like $1,000 shopping spree at the
Yeah.
Nutcracker?
Well, first you want to get there, and then you want to give the money to shop.
Good point.
Right. So the next chance to become a finalist for that is at 10 a.m. We do it at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. all this week.
Hey, real quick before we do your celeb stuff.
Yeah.
For Look at Me Now, someone said this. I didn't have time to read it. But they said they were laid off last Monday after a rough year working with their a-hole boss. But then they got a job offer on Friday for 40% more and took it.
Woo!
Congratulations.
That
You
is
show them.
Awesome.
Prove that you don't need to. If
you
you're
know,
not happy with your job and you don't like working with
We've all
somebody.
been there
Yeah.
before, and it sucks. When you lose a job, it really does. It damages your self-esteem. It makes you feel like, oh,
Especially the holidays,
God, I
you
wasn't
start going
wanted.
to parties like Roula said. You go to
Yeah.
Nutcracker Market.
Oh, what are you doing
What's
now? Oh, well, I'm still looking for something. Versus, I got this awesome job like 4 days after I got fired, and it pays way more money.
yeah. Don't let
Great.
them do that to you.
So a lot of celebrities, a lot of music acts are having like the second act. They were super famous at some point, and then they went totally cold, and they came back. So the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, all those bubblegum pop groups of the late 90s and early 2000s, they made tons of money on tour, and then they all went their separate ways. The Backstreet Boys came back together, I feel like 5 years ago at least, and they're making all this money touring with New Kids on the Block.
They
touring
do
with
these
Nelly, touring with all
nostalgia
these people.
showcases.
Like Green Day. I think of Green Day. They were
Yeah.
huge in the early 90s, mid-90s.
But they've
And who did they
always,
tour with? The Killers?
they've always,
Then they kind of went away.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they came back in the 20 years ago.
yeah, but they've always done well with their tours. Their
Yeah.
tours are
They
always
got a new
high grossing.
tour with Smashing Pumpkins and Rancid.
Yeah.
I love those 3 bands.
Well, I bring up the Backstreet Boys because I saw this interesting fact about them that they never had a number one hit. And I thought in the 90s, in the late 90s and 2000s, they never, I like it, I want it that way.
Wait a
never
second.
was a number one hit.
What was the first one? Quit Playing Games with My Heart?
Yeah, that's when we first knew them. But of all those hits, not one of them went number one. And so then I started, diving deep on that because I've seen really shocking facts about people that are staples in Americana, the music industry. They did not have number
It's
one
like
hits.
an Oscar. Would you rather win the Oscar or be nominated 10 times? Would you rather be number one and be one-hit wonder? Or have like 5 or 7 hits that were in the top
I'd
10?
rather be a
But when
box
you
office
are
sensation.
That hot, Eric,
Yeah.
you would eventually hit number one, right? Wouldn't you think
Yeah,
that
it's
you would have
pretty
hit
hard
number
to-
one?
Nah, not always.
Bruce
So few people.
Springsteen.
That stuff's
Bruce
politics.
Springsteen has never had a number one hit. That's really shocking, knowing how many people are disciples of Bruce Springsteen from like the 70s. Even until now, he just played
But
here
there
like
are
4
some
months
bands
ago.
that just have a huge live following. People will go to their concerts. They're dedicated. They're hardcore. You know me, like I always bring up Kiss because it's their farewell tour. Guess what? Radio never played Kiss. Never did. And they did all that on their own. They had a cult following which built into something bigger. A lot of these classic rockers are like that. Think about even U2 playing the Spear right now. When was the last time U2 had a hit?
The Spear.
I can never say
Not the
Spear. I can never say Spear.
That's a dangerous object.
So U2's last hit was Beautiful Day, and that was over 20 years ago.
Well, yeah, but they're playing the hits on tour.
So I'm
And
saying,
they can just
people,
survive playing the hits.
I'd rather sell out like a giant venue every single week as opposed to
have a bunch of hits.
See, Courtney Cox video, Dancing in the Dark, where Courtney Cox gets pulled out of the crowd to
That
dance
was
with
her
him on
first
stage.
appearance, yeah.
That only went to number 2 for Bruce Springsteen.
Only?
Backstreet Boys
That's
never
pretty
had
good.
one. Still didn't get number 1. One Direction never went to number 1. I could have sworn. At least one of their songs, Story of My Life, or some of them
never
would have
got
gone number 1. They never went to number 1. One Direction never went to. Imagine Dragons. All the times we played all those Imagine Dragons songs. I feel like at one point we had like 4 in rotation on KRBE. Not a one of them went number 1.
They remind me of Coldplay. They all sound the same.
All sounds the same to
The
you?
songs.
Like I don't hate them. I like them.
Yeah.
You could just do a medley, just move right into one song to the next, and you never know.
And you forget how many hits they have.
Yes,
a lot.
Thunder only peaked at number 4. Believer peaked at number 4. Radioactive peaked at number 3. Never had a number 1.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy as much as we play them? Like I said, Backstreet Boys, what's the highest they got? Quit Playing Games, My Heart got to number 2. Nothing else went.
I bet they tried to push it to get number
Yeah,
1.
they
Like
did.
whatever they could do.
Missy
for radio
Elliott
play.
has never gone to number 1.
What
She's
has?
gone as Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott.
Oh, Missy
She's
Elliott.
only gone to number 2 with Work It. But not number 1. Let's see who else. Older artists like, James Brown and Shaka Khan and, En Vogue, Kev, our favorite. En Vogue never went to number 1, even though they've
What?
split off now. And
Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. That
Nope.
wasn't number 1.
Never gonna get number 1.
was
Never
not
gonna get
number
number
1.
one?
No, that was a number 2 hit. That was
Never
not a
gonna
number
get
1
there.
hit. But actually, Bob Dylan never had a number 1.
Well, that's because his voice is so grating.
So interesting. Babyface never had number 1. David Guetta hasn't had. Sheryl Crow hasn't had number 1. MC
David
Hammer.
Guetta hasn't had like
David
little...
Guetta has not had number 1.
Now you should go the other way. Who has number 1s? You'd be like, oh, that person was number 1. How
Well,
I
I was
was this
just-
country.
I was
Who
thinking
let
of
the
Katy
dogs out?
Perry.
Yeah, was that number 1?
Katy Perry's super successful. All these number 1s, never got a Grammy. Never
Yeah.
got a Grammy.
And also, I think, is Pink also on that list of I don't
think
have a Grammy
so. Yeah, all
She did a
those
whole
big
thing
hits.
about being
But
nominated.
would you
like
rather
32
have the
times.
award or, just the amazing catalog of songs? You mentioned Who Let the Dogs Out. There are plenty of bands that are like a novelty act. They just have that one goofy song. Remember Afro Man, Because I Got High?
Yeah, but
Those kind of
classic.
things.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, but would you rather be that guy that just had that one hit, or would you rather be somebody that's kind of...
Yeah, like Tone Loc got 2 hits.
Queen has not had a Grammy, Ahmad. Queen has never won a
What?
Grammy. Yeah. Jimi Hendrix never won a Grammy. Beach Boys never won a Grammy with all the songs they've released.
Beach Boys didn't?
No, they never
The
did.
Beach Boys, they had such an extensive catalog.
Let's see. I'm going to see if Pink won
did
any
Queen.
Grammys. I
don't
thought
think
that
she
she
has.
did a whole thing on Twitter about how her husband made a fake aluminum Grammy to let her play with while they watched the Grammys
Was it
because
leftover?
she
Well, they need to
wasn't-
give her like the lifetime achievement. If you look, she's
Yeah,
got
look,
such
says
a
here.
massive
She has been nominated
catalog.
since 2017 and she has not won.
Really?
Yeah. Since 2017, Pink has been nominated several times for Grammys and she has not won. She's amazing, though.
She really is.
You know,
Anybody who can do that, it's like watching a circus show, the acrobatics and the fact that she actually sings live.
I didn't realize that Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child of Mine was their only number 1 hit. I thought I like Paradise City better.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, it was never number 1. But then I listened to Sweet Child of Mine. I forget it's kind of slower. I feel like those more ballady
Where do we go now?
things are slower.
You think it's ballady, Sweet Child of Mine?
Not
Yeah,
ballad, but
it is
it's
kind
more
of.
like-
Now and then when I see
Yeah.
her face. That's not slow.
It takes
slow.
me away.
Compared to the other stuff they do.
I feel it's the same tempo as Take Me Down to Paradise City.
No, Paradise City gets rocking in the middle.
Yeah.
It's got like a really. Yeah.
Well, what about the beginning of Sweet Child of Mine?
It's just got a
It's-
unique guitar riff.
Yeah,
It's all the
I
same
noticed
to me.
that yesterday. I heard Spider Harrison talk about it now. You know?
I know, you know, you
The
know.
Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down.
Okay.
Worst DJ on earth,
Who is?
Spider Harrison. Just Google him, listen to him. You'll laugh at his voice. It sounds just pukey.
Oh, he's a pukey guy. That's right,
He's
everybody.
famous, I think, from the 70s, and he's still around.
You tell me. I'll do the news in this voice the whole time. All right, this is brought to you by Duncan. The Post Oak Hotel is standing by its employees amid allegations of restaurant staff discriminating against African-American guests. The lawsuits are both accusing the hotel restaurant employees of singling them out for their race and enforcing dress code restrictions that allegedly were not applied to white guests. Now, one of the suit alleges that when he sat down with his colleague, an employee rudely asked him to remove his hat, despite the fact that the large table next door had 7 white people that were all wearing some sort of hat, including cowboy hats. The lawsuit claims that the 45-year-old, being the only black guest in the restaurant, pointed out the other guests' attire, and the employees didn't care.
Well, now that's an interesting thing I never thought about. Is a baseball cap classified as a cowboy hat, or do you find a cowboy hat to be more formal because it's Texas?
Doesn't matter. If you see everybody at the table next to you all wearing a hat, and they tell you to take it off.
Within the table inside or outside?
It doesn't say.
You said the way you said it sounded like they weren't right next to each other. That's BS,
I mean, it's true. When I see a cowboy hat, usually that guy's wearing a suit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like at a
and
dinner
those hats
after
are like $300.
I got watching there.
Or more.
Yeah.
When the Astros played the Rangers, there's a guy in Arlington, and he had the cowboy hat behind it. I was like, oh, man.
You're blocking somebody's view with that thing.
I mean, he was in the expensive seat next to the banana kid.
Because it was the booth. It was a private booth.
The banana.
But I'm just thinking, man, that's just making that stereotype that they think we all have cowboy hats and ride horses around here.
Well,
it really does.
Well, people do.
No, we don't.
It's not like it's
Really?
not every day for us.
When
but
you're
it's
sitting on
every day
I-10
in
or 290,
Houston.
you see somebody on a horse. No.
Horses all over the
guys,
place.
I took a picture of somebody downtown getting pulled over by Mounted Patrol, getting a ticket, and it made the Chronicle.
Really?
Yes, they lifted it off my Twitter. I said, well, you're in Houston, you get pulled over by a horse.
Maybe not even 0.001% of our law
Some guy
enforcement.
working at oil and gas just walking down the street with a cowboy hat. You don't see that.
No,
all the
not like
time.
J.R. Ewing from the old TV show Dallas.
See, Eric, we don't see it here at 9801 Westheimer, but I'm curious to know at 37530, wherever your office building is.
Are you downtown?
Do you see somebody with a cowboy hat at least once a day?
I never do.
I know you don't, and Eric doesn't. I don't. I'm asking the
I don't
audience.
exactly
do you?
live in the cultural mecca of the city. I live out on the north side.
Yes, but you hide in your house and you look at the golf
I do not hide in my house.
Did you see the golfers wear it?
No, I've never seen a golfer with a cowboy hat on.
10 gallons.
Imagine that.
Could you imagine?
Can you golf in a cowboy
you
hat?
wear maybe the Panama Jack type hat. It kind of covers your ears.
Oh,
straw.
Yeah, so you don't get cartilage
Cancer in
burn.
your ears.
Oh, the only
Skin
thing I
cancer.
see the golfers wearing are baseball caps. That's it. I've never seen them wearing that Panama Jack
Wear a
hat.
sombrero.
A sombrero. That'd be kind of hard.
Wait, Jim Nance, who's from here, right? He went to U of H, didn't he? Okay, there was a thing on viral this weekend about how he lives at Pebble Beach, where that golf course is, very famous golf course, and you can privately golf there. And he was out with his morning coffee, and he just started narrating this guy's shot.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So it's like,
Making
imagine the most
horrendous.
famous golf guy's voice, and you're just there with your friend. You're not really that good. And it's like, the weather's wonderful here at Pebble Beach today. It's
Is that on
I saw it on
That's
Twitter
funny.
and Instagram. It ran.
I'll look that up here in a
Jim
break.
Nance with his coffee, just his morning coffee walk, and he's narrating this rando guy's
What's
golf
his name?
shot.
What's the guy who used to do baseball with the hair plugs?
Oh, Joe Buck.
Yeah, Joe Buck. He would do that during COVID.
Oh, really?
He would. You send him videos, and he would do play-by-play for you.
Oh, really?
Your family and stuff.
So it's like his cameo.
Yeah, it's like cameo, basically.
Pretty much. When I asked the question, do you see somebody at least once a day wearing a cowboy hat? One texter said, yes, daily. Okay, but tell me where are you? Where you're seeing it daily? Because if you work on a ranch, it doesn't
farm
count.
or a ranch, then yeah, of course.
I just find it's not hard to believe that is a true fact in Texas.
But you don't see a lot of guys walking around the office wearing a cowboy hat.
Same we're Metro.
Unless it's Halloween. All right, coming up next. Did you miss what happened on Roula and Ryan's Roses today? Well, we tried to help out Jason from last week break free from the cheater. And man, did he throw us for a loop. We'll let you hear it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.